Well, hello there, folks. How's it going? I hope you're all doing really good. Uh, Welcome to, I don't know what we're at now, part 4, 3, I'm not sure. I haven't posted all the other videos yet, so anyway, if you guys been following along, uh, I've been trying to make this relic job look a little more legit and just smooth up the neck itself. We added a little black paint with some sealer, and it came out pretty good, actually. It looks the part now. It looks like it's legit to me, because it is sealed and it has that kind of a finished look. It's not super shiny, but it does kind of work with the finish of the guitar. So I'll smooth that up a little bit before I call it done. But in any case, we're moving on, and we are going to take these electronics out. That's the next move. So we're going to fire up the soldering gun and get going. Here we go. All right, here we go. Gonna let her warm up here and start removing some of these. I could just cut them, but I think I'm just gonna unsolder them, and you can kind of reuse the wire. It already has, when you want to resolder, it already has solder on the wire if you do it this way, and it just saves you the step of tinning the wire before you hook up a new pot. I'm gonna get you guys in here a little closer. I don't know, I'll probably block some of it, but I'm gonna try to do my best to let you guys see the whole process. So I'm gonna get in here and get this solder hot and pull that wire out. Okay, so this is coming from the switch, this gray wire. And let's remove this one too. These are the pickup leads that I'm unhooking right now, and this will go to the neck pickup. Okay, now you see what I'm talking about? Instead of cutting the wires, now I have a wire that's already tinned with solder. So when I hook the new potentiometer up, I don't have to pre-tin the wire. It's already good to go. Just a little tip. I try to do stuff like that when I can. Now I may cut this ground wire off. That's not a big deal. So I'm going to do that next. Okay. So that takes care of the neck pickup. And we do need to unhook some more stuff on this pot right here. These are just, this is the cap. I'm going to cut this off. Actually, I'm going to unsolder that, I think. We're going to end up hooking into that soldering terminal anyway, so you might as well just pull it out. Okay, that's out. Now we've got some ground wires that are jumped from pot to pot, and there's a ground wire, I believe. Not sure where that one goes. I am going to snip these off. Those aren't a huge deal. And we'll have a nice clean soldering platform when we get the new pot in there. Okay, so that pot's ready to come out. So let's move on to the next one here. I'm going to try to prop the guitar up a little bit so you guys can see a little better. Bear with me. Okay. So, how's that? Doing my best, guys. Let me see if I can get that in there so you can see the whole process. So anyway, I'm going to get in here and pull this red one off right now first. That one's out. And We got a ground here, which I think I may cut that one too. The reason being is because it's not really good to heat the back of the pot up a bunch of times. It's not good for it, and eventually it'll burn the connections out, and the wipers in the pot. So sometimes I'll just trim them off, nip them. Yeah, I'm going to do the same with that one. I got to unhook this cap too. Let's do that next. So I'm just going to grab onto this with these cutters just so I get something to pull on that's bare wire. So when you hit that with a soldering iron, it's going to get really hot and you'll burn your fingers if you're doing it bare-handed. Not sure what's going on. They tied a knot. There it goes. Okay. So the cap's out. I'm going to snip this last little ground, and that will take care of that. So we're going to remove these next, and I'm just going to leave that stuff where it is for now. The other thing we're going to do, I'm going to pull the caps completely because we're going to install new capacitors. So I might as well unsolder these two. Sorry for the hand and the camera. Oh, come out of there. Okay. So we got the cap out. We can reuse these too. That's why it's good to just take a few seconds to heat them up and pull them out instead of cutting them. Because if you keep cutting them, they get short quick. Okay, the other cap's out. And we are ready to pull the potentiometers. So let's do that next. Okay, so it's these two, the fronts. Let's pop these knobs off. And I gotta get some pliers or a wrench here. Let me grab a wrench and we'll take the nuts off so we can remove them. Okay, so I just grabbed a small crescent wrench. Just be really careful when you do it, and you won't scratch it. Now, once you get them started, they'll spin off by hand anyway, so you just got to get them going, and there we go. I should be able to turn it by hand now. There we go. All right. Get yourself something to put all your pieces in and all your parts. You don't lose them, because you're going to probably need them again, and I'm going to at least put these back on the potentiometers here so everything will stay together. Those pots are still good, so I'll reuse them at some point. Okay, let's flip them over or flip the guitar over and pull those out. Boy, I'm really happy with that neck. I think that looks pretty good. It's still a little bit tacky. I had to do a little more sealing on it, but it looks the part, I think. All right, let's pull this one out. Okay, so again, I'm going to take these and just put these back together. I'll put them in the cabinet and we'll reuse them. I got to find the other one. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so these are 500K potentiometers. That's usually what you use with the humbuckers, a 500. 250s on the singles. I've even seen 300s, like P90s. I think they use 300s. So I probably won't mount these in here yet, but I'll end up soldering the wires onto the pot first, and then we'll just install it in and get it set to the right height and be good to go. And the same thing on the bridge pickup. So let's get to it. I got to get a diagram and find out what's what, and I should have wrote it down last time, but that's the brakes. Okay, let me get my stuff together and we'll solder them in. Okay, guys, so I've been looking at some different diagrams, and I'm not really sure which one I trust yet. And this is something you run into doing this. I've been led astray, let's just put it that way, a few times by following some like bunk wiring diagrams. They're on the internet, just beware. And that's a big letdown when you solder everything in and it's wrong. So I think I'm going to have to wait on the installation right now. We're close, though. I hate to stop. It would only take me another 10 minutes to wire this up, but I'm going to look at some more diagrams and see if I can find some more trustworthy places to get them from. You know, like I said, there's some good ones out there and there's some bad ones out there. I'm going to actually probably go to Bare Knuckles site because that's what these pickups are, and I'm pretty sure they have some nice diagrams there on the internet. So that'll be my next move. I will shoot a video of it too, and that will be the last video on this one, and we'll do a sound test on it and see what we got. It's going to be really cool. I'm really excited to get this done. I'm anxious to play it and see what the mods do to it. There are some different wiring diagrams too for Les Pauls. There's 50s wiring, 60s wiring. You know, that's something else I'm going to be looking into. Can't really make my mind up yet, so I'm thinking about doing the 50s wiring, but I'm not really sure if that's the way I want to go yet. And it's not the end of the world. I mean, I can change this if it doesn't, you know, work out to be what I'm looking for. I can always, you know, swap stuff around, but I like to hit the mark the first time. That's the way to go if you can, you know, but sometimes it is hard to make that decision. We'll see. I got to get back on the Google and find out what I'm going to do. And she's all ready to go, though. I don't think we got to do too much. I'm going to leave those tone controls in there, and we'll be on our way. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I know this is getting into a lot of episodes, but I don't want to shortchange you. This is what it's really like when you do this stuff. So, you know, I'm shooting it in real time, basically. And it does take a lot of time to do it. You know, sometimes it can be a headache trying to figure stuff out, especially like with active stuff and stuff with circuit boards in it and that kind of thing. But this is more basic and more my speed, I guess I should say. I do enjoy doing this stuff. It's just, like I said, I want to make sure I get it right the first time. And I hate unhooking stuff and redoing it. That's when it gets tedious. So I'm going to spend a little extra time to find the right schematic, and hopefully that will hit the mark the first time. Can't wait to rip on her. Won't be long. Well, thanks again, guys. We'll see you real soon. Okie doke.